say she's the best.
I love her. Look at my head. I love her. I think she's wonderful. Brilliant.
But she's a real professional. I mean, that's the way she is.
She clawed her way back up to a very difficult business to be the best, absolutely the best.
Tina Turner, a name which means so much in the music business. 30 years which have seen massive success through hard times and through good times. A woman who has not only survived, but surpassed many of her contemporaries. With a voice that could knock a train sideways, she has retained credibility in a world where others just dream of it. She is a consummate professional. She is Tina Turner. And Tina, you've just released the Greatest Hits album, which comes sometime after the Foreign Affair tour. How do you now look back at that tour? Was it fun?
It was a mixture of feelings, actually. It was because it is known that that's a tour that I actually wanted to talk me into doing, and I was happy about doing it afterwards. The feeling came because I wasn't quite ready to go back out, but after going out, I really found that I did. The dream came true. I was packing stadiums, and I kept thinking to myself, this is what I always wanted, and if I hadn't done this tour, I never would have realized it. You know, there's a few stadiums that I had packed with the other previous albums, Great Dancer and Break Every Rule, but it was incredible. I have to, you know, I did thank him, but I think I'll thank him for years to come for really getting me to do it.
You always seem to be a person who feels completely at home when you're up on that stage. Is that the real you up there?
It's my contact with the people. I think I did a show recently in Monte Carlo, and I missed being at home with the kids and my kind of a crowd. And I really realized that that's the kind of work I have to do in order to really enjoy it and be able to laugh and play with the kids and play with the people. It makes it fun for me. And that's what the audiences have been, audiences that I could really make them laugh and make them become a part of it. And we all had a good time rather than me just standing there parading around the stage and performing. That's a part of what I enjoyed as well this time.
Foreign Affair, the name of the tour, the album, the song. A song that reflects the south of France. That type of feeling.
Shocking, that song. It was brought to me when the album was practically finished, and it was written by Tony Joe White. And I thought, how can Tony Joe White write a song like this? Then I found that Tony actually toured Europe a lot, and he was inspired by the French to write this incredible song. From that song, everything else came. The title of the album, the photographs being taken in France, and the whole feeling of it becoming a really European connection.
Did you actually meet Tony Joe White? Because he was a bit of a surprise to you, wasn't he?
Yeah, I actually laugh like now. I don't know why it was funny. I think it was funny because it was two souls meeting. It was the energy that this man held. First of all, I thought he was a black man. I thought he was like Bo Diddley, kind of like that. And he came in looking like a black Mark Knopfler, a dark version of Knopfler, long legs, tall, lanky, speaking with a very heavy, slow voice. And I immediately, he said, I must have looked like the strangest dude she'd ever seen, Southern accent. And I apologized later. I just said to him that I became very excited for meeting him because I was excited about having those type of songs. Those R&B songs that's on that album are songs that you don't really get anymore. I took them for that same reason. there's nobody to write that kind of music anymore, or we don't get that kind of R&B music anymore. So I was excited on many levels to actually record some more rock, rhythm and blues songs, because the people that wanted it, the people that still wanted to hear Tina Turner sing R&B.
Now, one of the special concerts was at Woburn, where there was 150,000 people there.
It looked like an army. It looked like an army. I kept thinking of, what do you call the Trojan horse? What's this whole thing? I mean, I know it was a very magical time, but like in Rome, when the soldiers, I looked, and as far as I could see, it was this wave of people. It looked like something Cecil B. DeMille would have produced. And I kept thinking, how can I touch these? How can I touch these people? What am I going to do? And of course, then I just performed.
Now, one song on the album seemed to be a surprise to most people because of the people that wrote it, that looked me in the heart. And that was Steinberg and Kelly, who wrote Like a Virgin. So what did you think of that song when you first heard it?
I liked it because some songs I like, but I don't think they fit me sometimes. You know, they might... It's like hearing an artist sing a song, you think, I really like that song, but I would not have liked to record it. Well, this song I did like, but I didn't actually know what I was going to do with it. My voice is a bit unusual. It's sort of raspy and bassy, but that was a happy feeling song that I felt that I would like for the people to actually hear me sing. So that was a hard one, though, in the recording studio. I mean, that was one that, again, Roger had come in with his managerial support and help us to get it together. And we did. And we all took about 2 days to really get that one going. And when it started to feel, we started to look at each other like, God, look at the feeling of it. Even now, when you put the record on, it's got that feeling with it. It's a really loving song. Look me in the heart.
Do you take a bit of convincing sometimes? Are there songs that Roger Davis, your manager, plays to you, and you think, I don't want to sing that?
Well, he knows now. Basically, now if he comes with something, he won't come now with something that he knows I actually would just hide, so that I don't want to hear about it. He will say to me, there are songs here that I know you don't want to do. I think you should listen to them at least so that I can tell the songwriter, you know, that I did present them to you. But now if it's something that he feels is commercially good, he will say to me, Tina, this is a song that you might not feel right away. It might take some work on your part, but I think you should do it. And then I know that it's worth my while listening to it. But I always listen to all the ones, even if I just listen to the first few courses and know it's not it. But I think we've gotten past that stage of him really trying to push something on me, because, you know, he will only do it now if he feels that it is a commercially good song and we should do it.
Now, I Don't Want to Lose You is a song where the crowd, they go mad, don't they? They have their lighters up in the air, you know, when they get the slow song, and they sing along to it. How does it feel for you to have the whole audience singing along to one of your songs?
I always wanted that, too. I felt, I'd gone to some performances in Europe, and I thought, oh, how great to get the audience to know your material that much. Well, you know where that comes from. Back in the years when I covered, when you cover, you don't have your own song, so you don't have all your fans there that know your music. So finally, when I got my own music, and to experience that, I think the first time I just started really laughing, because it sounds so great hearing a mass of people sing your song back at you. And, yeah, it's been some moments that will last. I don't want to lose you.
It's been 30 years in the business, and you had your first production credit on the album for The Best, a song that has your own feelings in the video, really. It has your own video, doesn't it? Why did you want to do that?
Do you know that it really is 30 years? This 27th of October, in 30 years in the business. I'm drinking 4 bottles of champagne on my own. Yeah, and 30 years in the business to finally produce a song, to actually almost produce the video. I had a feeling about The Best. It brought out maybe what a time in my life is like now. It was a freedom. It was to drive or ride a horse and let the wind go and think how beautiful life is, rather than how great a person is or a love or the best and that. I just felt that it shouldn't be about a love affair about people. It should be about something else, because there can be beautiful and loving feelings about a beautiful day. And maybe it's because I'm now realizing that, you know, in my life. So I felt I would always drive my Jeep and listen to these songs with the window down and really going fast. And I felt this song has to be an energy song. I need to be riding a horse. Aha! You told Roger Davies that I want to ride a horse. What else are you going to do? Just ride a horse, you know? Oh, God, now we got to convince. I've got to get a director that can make this happen, you know? What else am I going to do with a horse? Well, people are always talking about my legs. First, I'm Sagittarian. I can definitely relate with horses, muscular bodies, and so forth. So use the image of the mane of the horse, the muscles and the legs of the horse, the plot charting of a horse, the whole bit. If I could really ride professionally, I could have done some incredible things with what I felt with the trot along with the first part of the music and then moving into the gallop. I had a whole thing in my head. I didn't care about the stage production side of it. I only wanted to do the horse bit.